So we want to start with a little activity. I want you to fold your hands, and I want you to think, gosh, I hope I really get some strategies and a lot out of this class today so that I can do what I want to do with these kids. So now I want you to uncross your thumbs and cross them the other way. How does that feel? It's weird. It's not terrible, but it's weird, right? If you had to do this long enough, you could get used to it, right? But it's easier to go back to the old ways. So what you might have noticed in your classes is that you've tried some strategies with boys or with girls, and you aren't getting the results that you want. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you some new strategies, and when you try them, they may feel difficult. But I don't want you to give up. I want you to keep trying it again, okay? So an example of that is having a fidget, and I know fidgets, you all know about fidgets now because those fidgets went crazy. But even having a fidget like this could be for some teachers to say, that would be way too uncomfortable for me because I know what would happen to that. And that's where we talk about these being tools, not toys. And that's how I explain it to the kids. If it becomes a toy, you don't have it anymore. If it's a tool, then you can have it. So I have them on the table because guess what? Some adults like to fidget also. And so feel free to fidget with whatever is on the table there to help you through the day to day. The other thing that I want to tell you about is the brain. There are 3 things that stimulate the brain. Number 1 is survival. If right now you smelled gas in this room, you would think, does Dakota know about that? Does she know that we maybe need to leave? Because your brain stops learning what I'm talking about and goes into survival mode. Number 2 is novelty, and number 3 is relevance. So you've all had experience with kids in the classroom, and if you do something weird or out of context, they just gravitate to that, don't they? That's novelty. And then, of course, relevance. And all the time, kids are saying, why do we need to learn this? You know, we need to be able to make it relevant to people. So that's what's important about that. So I want to give you another strategy right now as far as crossing your arms. Would everybody cross your arms? And now uncross them and cross them the opposite way. And for some people... For some people, it was easy. For some people, it's like your brain, it's something that's difficult. So if you're going from single-digit addition to double-digit addition, you might want to ask your kids, okay, can you fold your arms like this? Now can you do that? And then you say some people can do it, some people have trouble. That's what it's going to be like with addition when we go to 2-digit. Some people are really going to get it, and they're going to help others. So we're all going to get it after we practice enough. We can do this. That's novelty. The best part about that is when they go home that night from school, they will ask their parents, can you fold your arms this way and that way? And then the parents will say, well, what's that about? Well, in school today, when we were talking about math, the teacher asked us, you see what I'm saying? Then you even get conversation at home about what happened in school because you did something novel. Now, that's one that you could only use a couple of times and they get it. But later on, when you're going into multiplication or something, you say, remember when we folded our arms? So you can bring it up again that way. So on the back where it says other strategies, you might put down novelty, folding arms, something like that, so that you have a list of what these different strategies are.